Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to MineMogul. We're doing pretty well. We got our cash up to 61,000, which means that we can get our final smelter in here. I have a few bits and pieces lying around here that I need to move and throw on a belt, so let's do that. And there they go. I still need to connect up the gem line. I have already put in the filters for the sorters, so on this side it's going to be gold, this will be copper, this is already iron. I have lines connecting to replace the current lines that go through to this original starting setup. We're progressing nicely towards Master of Plates. Steel is a little slow, but that's because there's not a lot of iron coming through yet. But we are getting the iron moving through. So far the setup is working. Anyway, today I want to finalize the setup and start connecting more miners in. I have a couple of miners built over here. There's a couple over on that side. These are all iron. I think there are a couple more iron mine opportunities up top on both sides. And then I want to get the gold routed in. It's very dark in here, but I have a ramp from the existing gold line to come up. And the copper line is already also connected. That's that line over there. And then I'm going to bring these 5 miners of iron that I've been feeding into the original setup. They're going in the right direction. I'm going to send them around and then tie them into the line over on this side. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. But there is a lot to do, so let's get stuck in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here, and in machines I am going to get a casting furnace. And now we have the gears unlocked, so I'm going to get 4 gears like that, and I think I'll have enough. Yep, I'll take the extra ingot casting blocks out and move them over to that one. But let's start at the beginning by picking up all of this right there. And we're going to put the smelter in over here, rotate it so it's in the right direction. Perfect. And then we're going to need to grab one of those and shove it in there. So that's the one for the gold. Then I'm going to need to pick up this one that I've got in the copper, and I need to push the button to be able to do that. Come on, and eject mold 1. Yep, that's the one. And I need to pick it up. And I don't think I got enough of the gears. Anyway, we are going to do this one as well. So eject mold 1, and we're going to take that, and we very quickly need to replace it with that one. There we go. Oof, just in time. And then once this is finished, no, I did get enough. We'll push this button, eject mold 1, take it, and put the gears in right there. Good. And now I have a couple of spares that I can... Oh, actually I didn't have enough of the gears. I need to get another gear for here. That's fine. We can put the ingot mold there and grab another one and put it over there. So I need 1 more of the gear molds. And we are making gears now, so that's pretty cool. So in here, 1 more gear mold, purchase, pick it up. Oh, wrong button. Pick it up. Yep, like that. And we can shove it in over there. So we are now ready to accept copper and gold. I see we have a little bit of a oh gosh, I put them in the wrong place. All right. I just need to do some fixing over here quickly. Eject mold 1 and pick it up. And then I need to eject mold 3, which is that one. Pick that up. Put that gear in there. Okay, I had them all the wrong way around. So that's fixed up again. Yeah, these 2 are right. Just for some reason I had these done incorrectly. So let's get rid of these and we'll throw them on a belt over here so they don't clog everything up. And I needed to get the ingot straightening belts because these were getting clogged up. They were going in sideways and clogging things up. So I put those molds, and when an ingot comes out, it just gets straightened up and then it goes through without a hassle. And that's just going into the rolling mill, or what is this, the rod maker. For the rest of them, it's fine. All right, let's connect some things in here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect the copper line. I'm going to take that out and plug that in. So that will take the copper through. I really hope I got everything right. And then we're going to go over to the other side and we're going to tie the gold in. And I definitely need to get a light in here. So let's just put my lamp on. And for now, it's just going to be a regular belt. We'll take that out and replace it with that. So now the gold is going up. And we can follow this line and it will go into there, and I already have the filters set. We know that we're going to be getting from the gold belt, we're going to be getting coal and gold, and the same with the copper and coal. This one's already working, so I know that it does work. And now I just need a whole bunch more stuff coming in on these belts. And for some reason, this walled conveyor is only walled on one side. That's odd. So is this one. Did I make a mistake? Push the wrong button or something? Don't know. Anyway, it's there. And for now, it's fine. And these things seem to be working. So we'll just keep an eye on this for a moment. Make sure that the copper and the gold are coming through. So there's some gold being processed. There's the copper being processed. Good. We got gold. Copper's working. Excellent. Yeah, very nice. This is looking good. Now, maybe putting all of these onto one belt could be a mistake. It might end up causing them to fall off the belt, but at the moment we're okay. Now we need to tie in the iron. And I will have spare belts because I can break down all the ones over here that we're bringing the copper through. So we'll take them out. This hammer is great. In fact, the tools are very, very good. I really do like the supports wrench. How much cleaner it looks. Even though I've got a whole bunch of things suspended. Yeah, it looks nice. Now I can take down all the gold conveyors as well because we're not using them either. So they'll be gone very, very, very quickly. Cool. And now I have plenty of stock. So I need to bring this line through. And this line, I think, can continue through to here and then tie in to that belt over there in the darkness. So I'll bring it out. And is that going to work? Let's just get those bends in. I'm going to just be doing the regular belts for now. We'll upgrade later. Okay, that's not going to work. I need to come one back like that. And I'm not going to elevate this belt right now. No need for it. This is where I'm going to elevate and then straighten up again. And right here, I will need a merger. We can take that out, get a merger in, and that will go like that. So once I plug this line in other words, take that out and put that in, that line will be freed up and these belts will empty and I'll be able to take all of this beginning stuff down. Perfect. This is looking great. I'm going to be left with a whole bunch of stuff that I can't use, like these. And some crushers. Now, I'm not going to be getting gems for a bit. I can take these smelters down as well. No need for them. I'm going to leave this here for a moment. I don't know if well, I should have enough coal coming through, so I'll be able to move these as well. Yeah, let's do that. And that means that all of this can come out too. Just like that. There's a bit of a mess here, but I can clean that up pretty easily. And just go and throw it in the box. Right, there you go. Area basically clear. Although there are a few bits here as well, so let's get rid of them. Right, let's have a look at our tech tree. We are busy working on steel gears. The next, which is locked, is the copper gears. Rods, we would need copper rod and iron rod. I'm busy working with those. Those are being done. Then we're going to need to get into the pipe rolling. We'll do the master of rods first. And then the heavy auto miner. That also unlocks the cluster breaker. That I haven't used. Use its strong jaws to efficiently reduce ore clusters and geodes. Well, we'll have to see what happens when we get there. In the meantime, we are good on cash. Everything is coming through the way it should. It's working. We need to add more miners in. Let's go and see how we're doing over on this side. The steel, we have more than enough coal for the steel. So this is where we're going to have to do some stuff. And I'm going to have to break these supports out because I need to come down this way. And I will go, I think, over the top of these. This will have to become a splitter. And I do have a smart splitter, so let's put that in here. And before I put that splitter in, I am going to ramp this up like that. My light pole is in the way. I'm going to have to move that. All right. And we can carry on. I think that's probably too high for what I want to do. Maybe, maybe not. But I figure, what the heck, let's do it over here. That will be the shaker tables. One over, and have to rotate. We will need a support. Okay. So if I put this one down here, will I be able to put the other one on top? No. So I just need a 1x1. And I'll just get a bunch of them. Because I plan to make catwalks so that we can walk above everything, see what's going on. Right, so let's grab those. We put, yeah, that's fine. We'll put them in there. And this will be over here, I suppose. And then get the other shaker table. and that will go there. And then this line will need to come through, get polished. Okay, no problem. We have polishers. For now, over there is probably fine. And then belts this way into it and all the way through to the bin. Ah, yes, I do need to do some adjustments. So we'll do that one over there. We'll have to break out a bit over there and do that. Okay, those are fine now. We can take that out. Another straight bit here and then a bend and one more straight bit into the bin. Okay, everything here seems to still be working, so that's very nice news. So, over on this side, next to the coal, I'm going to go grab that splitter. We'll break that belt out and put a splitter in. Change things like that. Okay, so some of it will go that way. Some of it will be allowed to go through to there. Cool. So we can get rubies again. And other gems. Then I need to bring this one, which keeps piling up. And this just needs to come around and go into a polisher. And we'll keep it above the head. Let me get on top of this belt. Decide where we're going to go down with it. Yeah, I think for compactness sake, I'm going to bring it basically all the way to here and then drop it down from here. That is the right height, right? I'll drop it over there, right? No, wrong place. So that is, I think that is the spot. So I can drop that, put a bend in over here, rotate it in. We're going to need to come down one more. Immediately put the polishing machine in, and then that goes straight in. Oh, I see my little bendy thing here caused a little bit of a problem. One of them fell off. That means that more of them will... Wow, it's getting a little bit choked in there. Could be coming time to split this line. Anyway, it is working, so that's good. And the money is going up. Awesome. And this wasn't supposed to be here, so we'll get rid of that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yep, just put it back. And I'm not a big fan of all of these supports, so take out a few of them. We will leave some in, so the whole thing does look somewhat supported. And I'll grab these and throw them onto a line somewhere. And it looks like this one is wedged. So we'll get rid of that support. And we can pick that up along with these. I'll just go and drop them over here. Alright, those are in. So we're well on our way to finishing Rod Novice. We are almost done with the steel gears. We're still a little away from Master of Plates. I'm interested in seeing what that heavy miner can do. Do we replace our existing mines? That'll be a pain. I won't know what to do with all of them. But I want to go up and have a look and see how the lines are handling. Oh no, we've got tons. Absolute tons of capacity. Now, in case you didn't see the previous episode, this is the closest that I could make a row of these things to the back, which is why there's all this kind of wasted space in between. So, yeah, don't stress about that. Let's get rid of a couple of these supports. That'll allow me to actually walk around. We are still very good on coal, even though we're splitting it. That is great news. And then heading up here, haven't seen anything come out yet, but I'm sure they're coming out. And it looks like we just opened a new quest. The copper gear. Was that there before? I don't know if it was. Nope. Well, anyway, we're doing it. Go and see if there are any more available. No. But the copper gear will allow us to get to pipes and rods. And those we're busy doing at the moment as well. So I'm thinking let's add some more miners into our mix. I think I've only got 2 on the copper, so let's go and look for some more copper deposits. So we do have the heavy auto miner. I wonder what that's all about. Let's get one. We can afford it. And we got new machines. Hang on, what does that do? The ultimate machine of destruction all must be placed on the heavy auto miner spots. Oh, are there special spots for it? Alright, well, then I assume they are the ones that are going to need this. Where is that new thing that we haven't unlocked yet? The cluster breaker. Okay, so we're going to need to deposit 20 iron ore clusters to do that. Alright, well, let's pick up this miner and see if there are any spots. Ah, there's one up top that we can use. Yeah, let's head up there and see what it does. Okay, so it gives iron ore cluster 94%, iron ore 5.3%, and mystery geode 0.7. Where's the output for this? Oh, it's in the front. All right. Let's see what this outputs. Yep, it's the big ones. So that's what we're going to get. And those break down into a bunch of smaller ones, which I assume is what the cluster breaker is for. All right, well, we need 20 of them. Let's gather them up and take them to the bin, which is right over here, and toss them in. What did I hit there? Oh, the light. Okay, those are in. That was 5. Ooh, and we got more. So yeah, bit of running backwards and forwards with these. Right, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Oh, you do get normal size ore out of here as well. I just saw one fall out. Cool, we only need 3 more. So we'll hop up. That should be more than enough. Good. I can't really do anything with these. Oops, that's not right. Oh, now they're on the belt. Hold on. Change back to the right filter, and then we'll hop over and go and dump these in the bin, and that should be that one done, which will allow us to get the cluster breaker. That's the last of them, and we have finished that one. So, coal, copper ore, and gold clusters to unlock the double ingot casting mold. I don't know if I need the double ingot casting mold, not at the moment, but I also don't really need those clusters either. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to head over here and I'm going to switch this machine off. I didn't see any of these mystery geodes, so I'm not sure what that is all about. I'm sure we'll get to them eventually, but I'm not in a big hurry to chase that. I see some more potential spots over here for copper though. Yeah. Hang on a second. That is one of the big ones, isn't it? Let's chop this box. Oh, there's goodies in there. Right, I need to go and buy some more miners. So in we come. The mining, we need, I think I'll get a couple more regular miners and 1 heavy miner. Purchase that. New machines unlocked. The cluster breaker. Okay. And the ore analyzer, you know, I had that in the last one and I never really used it. Maybe I'll put one down later. All right, let's get our miners. And I'm going to go around that corner now. The copper is all the way over here, so I might have to bridge onto this line. Let's go and see what that was. It's not too far away. It looks like there's a spot for sale here. Let's get this spot. And we can plunge. And there'll be a big bang. And then we can go through here and see what we have. Oh, have I been here before? You know what? I spent all that money just to open up an area that I've been to that has nothing down at the bottom. I think everything was at the top. All right, well, we could use our chutes and hoppers to collect resources. What do we have over here? Are these 2 copper spots? 1 with coal. All right, well, those aren't close unless we bring them through under here. We could. Interesting idea. Anyway, that's not where I was looking. I found some over here. There are a couple of spots. Let's grab... This is the big miner. The big miner does go down here, but I don't want to get into those clusters just yet. I'm not ready for that. So, as you can see, it's red. All right. Didn't notice that before. So we'll put a couple of miners in here, and for the moment, we'll switch them off. And that sorts that out. Now, let's see how we can get our stuff onto the right belt. So it would have to come through somewhere over here and land up on that belt. Oh, I could bring it over the top. Yeah, why not? We'll bring it up over the top of these. That means this belt here will go this way. That one can join in and turn. And this is going to come right across the front of this one. I have to say, these caves are pretty well designed. You can fit things through very, very nicely. Oh, need to break some copper out of here so I can carry on. And then a bend that way. And I think I'm just going to go up from here. And we'll bring it up maybe to the same level that we have the iron. Yeah, that'll work. Now, I really should be putting walled conveyors here, but I'll get to that later. Let's see how far we can push it with these ones. All right, we're close now, so let's get this one. Now, this is a little tricky, getting that in from the top. There it is. And that'll drop straight onto the belt. Sweet. Well, now I can go back and I can switch those 2 machines on. And I have a light, so I can put one in here because it's super dark. Put that over there. And turn on and turn on. So this one's giving us copper and coal, which is fine. That's just copper. Perfect. So we'll have more copper coming through now because as you can see, it's pretty thin. I like this way of doing it because now I can control each resource. Yeah, this is good. And this is starting to come through. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So we'll get our copper quests done a little bit faster now. Iron seems to be doing well. Looks like we still have capacity. Our little splitter's doing a good job there. I'm quite pleased with that. Yep, everything is working. And we have lots and lots of cash. So what I'd like to do is get all the quests with plates, rods, and gears done. I think I'm finished with the ingot quests for now. There will be more later on when we get to the master things. There'll be ingot, plate, rod, pipe, gear. I'll have to redo things or adjust things to get those done. But for now, we want to get through the basic stuff, which means that the next thing we want to do, we want to finish the rod expert, which is on its way, so we can get the pipe roller and start doing pipes. But before that, we need to get the master of rods done. So that'll be the one that we activate once our rod expert one is done. And then after this one, none of these need gears, right? No. So we will be able to change the gears to something else. And then we get to the threading lathe, which then gives us the rod threader. Cool. We do have 4 research tickets. Let's go and have a look at what we can do with them. Let's have a look at what is going to be really important. Now, we could get the rapid auto miner. I don't want to get the regular drill bits. I want to get the hardened drill bits. It's quite expensive. But those are the ones, as far as I know, that don't break. Yeah, it never breaks. It's slower than this turbo drill bit, but it never breaks. But it's still faster than the regular miners. So that might be an option, but not now. I will get that later. Yeah, I do want to get these heavy conveyor blockers and get to the walled merger. That's going to be very important when things ramp up. Routing conveyor, yeah, that might not be a bad thing, but not now, later on as well, when we are chasing those mean quests near the end. A robot grabber arm I haven't really played with before. Advanced rolling conveyors. Oh, we have these. We didn't have the roller sorter before. These are still a work in progress. We did have them. And the sloped roller conveyor. I think it's time to get the basic rollers. So we'll unlock that. And I definitely want to do the hoppers and the chutes. So we'll unlock all of that. Now we're down to 1 point. Basic scaffolding, wooden walls. No, we're not going to do that yet. But we can do these. Yeah, that roller conveyor corner is nice. So we'll unlock that one. We will be getting more research points shortly, so that's fine. Oh, and it looks like I missed a belt over here. Well, before I do that, let's just grab all of this, dump it on the belt, and then put that in. I haven't really had a problem with things falling off the belts, dropping from up here, although I see a piece of coal over there. Oh my gosh, did I forget to plug some? I did it again. Yeah, this is not supposed to be a bend. It's supposed to be that. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually supposed to be a merger. And it doesn't look like I have any mergers left. Well, that's going to cause problems. Yeah, let me go get a merger. So, conveyors. Merger conveyor. May as well get a few. And then let's go and sort that out. Well, I have a lot of coal available now. Okay, what a mess. So, that's going to go in. Ooh, wow. And that is the way it needs to go. Let's see if I can tidy this up a little bit. Alright, things look a little bit better over here now. A few more that I can grab. Alright, that looks much better. Let's go and see. Oh, boy, there's more over here. Yeah, that's a problem. I don't want to put iron through here. Yeah, I'll come sort that out later. Let's go and see what problems I've caused over here. Well, none. It's just full. But I have a whole lot of stuff coming through here now, so... Oh, there's a ruby. Super duper. The money is just climbing. It's fantastic. And there are a few bits and pieces to clean up around here. I'm going to need to fix that. Yeah, but the rollers will sort that out when I eventually get to them. At the moment, I think maybe gold is an issue. But not a big one. We're getting plenty through. Just having a look in the unlocks. I really want to get the bigger box. I have the money for it. We'll have the research points soon. Basket sorter lid, that might not be a bad thing because I am sometimes tempted to do the wrong thing around baskets, but not critical. And there are a couple of roller conveyor type things here. There's a routing conveyor. It's got a toggleable direction and then a splitter roller. Oh, that's pretty cool. Splitter chute, not really concerned about it, I don't think. Not at the moment. And then there's wood walls with the doors and roof and all of that. That's, yeah, that I'll get to. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out exactly how I'm going to spend my points yet, but they're coming. We only need 8 more steel plates, and that will be 3 research tickets. So now I've got the big mine and I'm just looking around to see where I might be able to put one. There's a spot up there. Let's go and have a look at what that is. Oh, that was the copper. Right. Now I could get those clusters, the coal, the copper and the gold. It's only 6 of each. But I'm keen to put a few more miners in the gold area if I can find any more nodes. Let's go and have a look and see if we can. Let's see if there's a spot for one of these in here. Yep, there is, right here. I'm going to put it in and just immediately turn it off. And then let's have a look around for the regular miners. Do we have any spots for them? Not here. There's one. What are you? Coal. Just coal. You must be iron. Yep, just iron. So I'd probably put this coal onto the gold belt so I don't overload the iron line. And that's in the main hall still. Alright, I'm going to head over to the copper area, see if there's anything I can do with one of these in the copper area. And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to get myself 2 more of those heavy auto miners. Because we'll need one for gold, one for copper and one for coal. For now, I'm just looking for some copper deposits. I've only got 2 over here. Oh, wait, I've got 3. Let's see what we can find in this direction. Blocked off. I suppose that can be broken from the other side. There are lots of places around here where there's very little. That's iron ore. Okay, now I'm back in the main hall again. 2 more iron ore. Man, there's a lot of resources around the main hall. We carry on going. There's a place for sale. That's 5,000. And then this leads us back out into the main hall. Oh, no, it doesn't. It leads us up here. 9,600 to get in there. Well, can't really see what's in there. There's something biggish in there. Nah, not going to do that yet. Although it is very, very close to this area. Yeah, we could bring belts out and tie them in to various places. We have a iron line over here. We have a copper line over there. Well, we'll see. Right now, this area is not set up to do anything major. I'm going to need to change these belts out to roller belts, some of them at least, and get ready for the next items, being the pipes and the threaded bars. Right, so the one that's really struggling the most is the gold. Just don't have enough coming through. I have this, and I'm not sure what those cluster things do to the regular chunks. Maybe we can do a test on that. But I'm going to go and look for some more gold nodes somewhere. Let's see if there are any places we can blast open. Going to run around with a conveyor belt so I can see where there are nodes. There's one up there. I'm pretty sure that is copper. It is. There's an area up there that we can hop to. Is it the same area? I don't think it's the same area that we were before. No, I think actually it is. Yeah, definitely is the same area. So we can just run up to the top and then hop up here, pull out a conveyor belt. And there are nodes here, and these look like that's iron. Iron. My goodness, there's a lot of iron. That looks like coal and a mix of coal and iron. So, nope, that doesn't help. More coal and iron. There's a place we can blast open here for 5,500. It's pretty high up, so I don't know if it's something that I want to do. There's another one for 6,500. Oh well, let's do this one. And we'll plunge and step back, and boom. Alright, there was some gold there. This is more copper, and there's a heavy copper node. We're going to need to chop through this lot to get through it. Alright, that takes us to... Oh man, just takes us to another place to blow open. I think that's the same place that we were at around the corner. Yeah, around this side. So this basically just opens another route. And then there's this one for 28,000. Man, it must be amazing. We will get there. But right now I'm on the hunt for gold. So we'll hop down and go and see if there are any other areas that we can open up on the lower level that might give us a little bit extra gold. There's our bin. Oh, we got 4 research tickets and over 100,000. And that's where our bin is over there. And there's a passage down here. Don't know if there's anything valuable in here. There's some diamonds lying around. I want to see if there's a passage that takes us somewhere important. Okay, everything's chopped and... No, we just got some gold ingots. There is nothing else in here. So some diamonds and gold ingots. And then we can go through here, and that just takes us back into this area where we've got some copper that we're already mining. And there's some more copper around the corner if we need a lot of copper. Yeah, there's a couple of copper nodes. Yep, 2 of them. Okay, we'll get to them. I haven't started doing the major push. I want to find more. I want to find more gold first. We can't just have those few nodes. That wouldn't be right. Does that mean that I have to go through that 28,000 thing? I don't know. I see lots of gold lying around here, but there is nothing else in this room. What is that? Yeah, we're back in the main hall, and this is going to be coal. Yep, that's it. Any of those 3 nodes. So it looks like I'm going to be spending the big bucks to open up, and maybe that's the thing up top that I saw from over here somewhere. Yeah, up there. Maybe we'll be able to drop resources down, stick them in a hopper. Anyway, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go T. I want to get this bigger deposit box. I mean, it's not really important now, but if I get it out of the way early, then it's done. There you go. And if we look at it, look at that. Much better than the other one. And we still have 3 tickets. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go down this line and have all the conveyor things unlocked. We got 3 more. Walled merger we've already got. No, we don't. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. So let's do that. We'll unlock heavy conveyor blocker, ore overflow splitter, and walled merger. Super. Now we're still busy doing rods on the steel side of things, but they are saying purchase a pipe roller. So let's go and purchase a pipe roller. So machines. There it is, the pipe roller, 14,000. That's big. And purchase. Now, one of the machines had an input on the one side, so I might have a little trouble with the straight line setup that I have. And we'll pick it up, and let's just go and put it down and see what it does. So that's this one. Yeah, it's got its input on the side. Oof, that could be tricky. I'll rotate it. Well, that might work. Could do something like that in this area. Then feed them. Oh wait, that's not going to work because this is in the way. Darn. Alright, we'll take it down and move it somewhere else. It does want me to make copper pipes. And polished copper pipes is also on the pipes and rods quest. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. And this might be temporary until I figure out exactly how I'm going to do all of this. Can we... Oh, we can flip it. Oh, good. Alright, well, that's fantastic news. We are going to put this one over here. And then I'm going to go and get... Wait, where are the copper rods coming through? From here. Yep. Let's go and get ourselves a few of the other conveyors. So we're going to get the roller straight times 10. The roller ledge, I suppose. We'll get 5 of those. The slope we don't really need right now. But the roller sorter, yeah, I want one of those. And purchase. And I'm going to replace a piece of belt somewhere. And after all this time, I still forget to pick things up from the elevator. So the roller sorter I'm going to put over there. And then I'm going to remove this piece of pipe. There's going to be a small mess. Oh boy. Put that in there. Then I'm going to grab this rod. I might have to jump up and drop this in the basket. And that will feed then onto straight roller into there, which I can then feed out and then grab this one and put that over there. But now this isn't working. Why? Because it takes plates, numbskull. Alright, let's take this out. And I need a copper plate. So I'll just go and drop those off. Oh, there's a copper plate. So now the copper plate should come out here and go there. And it's half of what is needed. There's the other half. Okay, and when that comes through, that gets fed and we have a pipe. And then it'll go into here. It will get polished. Beautiful. And we've started making copper pipes. Okay, now I'm going to have to figure out a better way to do this. But for now, this works. This will get us through the quests. The cool thing is, we've got 2 quests using the same items right now, so we are getting a bit of a benefit. And if we have a look at the quests, are there any... This is available, Master of Rods. Yeah, let's activate that so we can carry on benefiting. We'll get another 3 research tickets once that's done. And then on into the pipe world, we'll need copper and iron pipe. Alright, well, that'll happen once that copper pipe is done. Okay, perfect, perfect. So I may need to set up a little area out in this area to do all the pipes. Oh my gosh. What the heck is going on here? Oh, the gears don't like going through. Oh, that's because I've got the wrong thing in here. Let's pick all of this up and shove it over there. Come on, come on, come with me. Oh wow, this is a bit of a mess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that one up. But first, let's delete that. We're gonna put a straight one in. Select that, put it in. Oh, right. I see what happened. Well, yep, something to remember. Now, how the heck am I going to fix this and why are you here? I'm going to divert these. Damn it. Come on, go where I want you to go. It will not connect to that one. All right. Delete that. Put that in there and I need a merger. So we'll delete that. Put a merger in over here and then everything will work again. So that was a bit of a mistake. Anyway, it's sorted out now. And honestly, I didn't need all these lines coming all the way down here. I could have merged them closer and then did the splitting later on. And I will still maybe get to that. Might be a good thing to do. In the meantime, everything is back on track and working. And there was a very slight jam over here. Yeah, so this area here might just be where I do all the pipes and the threaded bars when we eventually get to that. I'm just going to have to think about a good layout. And all of this can get cut back unless the threaded bars are a straight line machine, in which case I can just put them right over here. Although it is said that they produce very slowly. So I might want to split things up. I got these random things that I've just dropped everywhere while I was panicking. We're still getting enough coal. Yep, coal is fine. This coal is coming up. Now, the reason you shake it twice is because I think the first one has a chance of getting ruby, and then the second one has a chance of getting diamond. But no coal will go through once you've broken it twice. So the full chunks come through here, they get broken down, and some will disappear, and then the crushed coal will go through to this one where it changes into a diamond. There you go. Obviously, we're going to need a lot more of that. I think I need to extend my walkways, make this place look neater. I'm storing up cash again, and I have 28 of them, so let's do this. We'll extend this, and then we're going to bring it over this way. It'll give me an easy route to walk. Nope, I wanted that. And then we'll bring it over this way, and yes, I can get through there. Oh, there. So we'll take that one out, and then there was another one which wasn't good. But first, we can get rid of all the legs. We'll leave some just for the illusion of support. That needs to go. I'm not happy about the illusion of support on a conveyor though, so gonna have to go. This is gonna be a floating platform. I think this one sort of looks okay. Bit weird that it's not bouncing around though. And then I can bring this out a bit, and then I've got a couple of ramps left so we can ramp it down. I need more ramps. So let's get a couple more. We'll probably use more 1x1s, and I'll get some 2x2 platforms, because we might land up in a position where we need to build on top and bring items up and process them above. I see that as a possibility. Anyway, pick those up, bring this down, and we'll get a couple of small platforms at the end to come over to here. So we can walk up there while banging our head, and then we're up here, overlooking all of our kingdom. And then there's one more thing that I'd like to have a look at right now, and that's a machine, and it is a cluster breaker. So I'm going to buy that, and let's see what it looks like. So let's head over here and just put it down in our little test area. Okay, it loads from the top, and then it comes out this side. And it's one belt width. Okay, so that's going to give us the geodes. That's going to give us a crushed version of the big clusters. And then we're going to have to separate the geodes out. I haven't seen one yet, but I'm sure that they will appear sometime. I just need to figure out where exactly to put these. I'm thinking maybe another single location. We'll need 4 of them. Everything's still working over here. Yep, everything is good. Now I could do that behind, kind of over in this area. I'd need to put some platforms over this little place and bring in those clusters, break everything, and then split things out. Or maybe I do those at the top. Yeah, that might be something I could do. Build out the platform a little bit over here, and somewhere in that area, do that processing. Because I imagine that the geodes will be something like the gems. They'll also need to be polished, and we'll have a target to collect a bunch of them. Yeah, I'm going to have to give that a little bit of thought. In the meantime, the larger operation quest is about to finish. That is the last pipe going through for that one. So once that has gone through, we have another research ticket. And there it is. Yep. And enter pipe world. So now we're still doing copper pipes. And we're doing it on 2. Yep, both of them need 80. So once this one goes through, the total should be up on both of them. And it is. Good stuff. And we're going to have to get into iron pipe as well. So that is going to be another setup. And that means I'm going to have to change things around to be able to do that. I may actually need to rotate this belt. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a thing. So instead of all of this stuff coming down here, it goes this way. And then it feeds into these machines somewhere back here, as far back as I can go. And then the rest of the stuff on the belt goes around this way and drops into the bin. Looks like I'm losing some rods around the polisher. Yeah, it's going to need to be a better setup. Or I could put one of these splitters down here and just send the plates backwards. All of them. And eventually use that same thing to send rods that way as well. Actually, that I might do. That means that I can bring this all way back. Cut all these belts over here and bring it through this way. And then I'll have a lot more space to play with. But I think that kind of setup is going to require that I shut off all the mines. Let this all run through. And then break out these lines. This will need to be all roller conveyors. But that does cause another problem. Because if we go to the conveyors, I haven't unlocked the other roller conveyor. Oh, there I have. Okay, let's get one of those. And we'll pick it up. And I'm going to show you what I mean. The bend is not as tight as using the normal conveyor. So if we put this down, you can see that it's a bigger bend. But that's fine. I'm going to have a lot of space. But because these are coming straight out of the machine as gears, and I don't think there's anything that happens to the gears. Once the gears are done, the gears are done. Perhaps I can bring all the gears up somewhere else. Bring them up and over and let them have their own deposit into the bin. Then I only have to worry about the plates and the rods, which I will need down here to make the pipes and the threaded rods. It'll also give me space to do some splitting and merging and all the stuff that I need to do. But these machines are going to get much faster because when I start upgrading to the double, well, I'd need a lot more input first because the double ingot casting mold uses double the resources. So that's just to make it faster. Right now, we are not even using these efficiently. So let me do that. I'm going to turn everything off. So turn off all auto miners. And I'm going to let everything just run through until it stops. And then I'm going to start playing a little bit with this. This one doesn't need a support. But those are fine. Oh, look at that. Just like 2 rubies. Yeah, I think it'll solve a lot of problems if I'm removing the gears from this line. And I can bring the rest of the stuff underneath. And the gears seem perfectly happy on the normal conveyor belt, so I don't know if I'm going to bother putting them on roller belts. It looks like the gold is done. There's still more copper coming through. Iron is still coming through. And that looks like the last of the iron. Yep, that is the last of it. So, we're just waiting to see if that is going to make any difference. It isn't. Right, gears. I'm going to take out some belts over here. I'm going to take this lot out. I should maybe have waited until the copper pipes are finished, but meh, it's quite okay. I'm going to ramp this straight up. Is that going to be high enough to get over the top of other things? Let's see, I think I'll take it that way. Yep, I need to go 2 up. And that can go that way. And then we're going to need mergers. Alright, I've got all the belts out that need to come out. And I see some items have fallen through the crack over here, so we'll get those through. This needs to be a regular conveyor, so take that out, put in, and I should have enough mergers. So 1, 2, and then a merger. I should maybe get on top of this one. Man, there's so many variations of this. I want you to be the other way around. No, not like that. Rotate that one. Yeah, that one. And then couple more, and another merger, like that, and then a few more. Am I going the right way? Am I doing the right thing here? Because that one is right on the edge. Yeah, right there. I think it should be fine if I merge it like this. And not like that, not like that, like that. And then rotate, yeah, there. And then bring this up to there. Oh yeah, that'll work. And this up like that. And then the last one up into there. Final check. That looks good. So now I just need to drag this belt over that way. And we should be close to being over... Whoops, that's not right. There. Bend this like that. And we'll add one more so it sort of drops in the middle. Actually, that's not a good idea, is it? No, I don't think it is. We'll just let that fall. That'll go without a problem. And I can take that out. Okay, so that is the gears separated out. Then we have to deal with this lot. So take all of these belts. I'm going to need to go and buy myself more roller belts. We'll take this and get rid of all of this. Right, this area is clear now. And there isn't much... Oh, take that out as well. Not a lot lying on the ground, so awesome. Okay, now we have a big space to work with. So let's switch out for all the roller conveyor parts. And we're going to put them onto a belt. So there and there. We're going to need a flat one over here. Yep. And then this belt will run through this way. And then we'll get that bend. Let's see where is going to be a good place for it. Change the direction. It actually goes over this. So that's more space. And I've run out of belts. Put a couple more of these guys in. Yep. Let me go get some more. So maybe another 40 of the straight ones. We don't need too many more ledges. I'll get, we'll just get 10. And we're going to need another sorter conveyor. No, we won't. That should be, I should maybe check out there, purchase, and pick those up. And then we can hop down into this area and finish off these lines. So that's going to be in there. That's, oh, I think I had it the wrong way. So that's going to be there. That's going to be there. Ramp up onto this line. Straight belts to go into that bend, and then we're going to come down this way. Now I want to get this started as soon as possible, so let's get this splitter, and it'll go like that. This will need a rod, or one of each rod, and then those will be split out. No, this will be the plates. And then for now, this can wrap around. Ah man, I'm going to have to elevate this belt. Yeah, and this polishing machine. So let's do that now while I can. We will bring... I need another one of those bends. Yep. Roller conveyor corner. And we'll take that and we're going to route this around. Now this is going to change in time. Get this one. That's the correct line. Rotate and change direction. We'll put that over there and one forward like that. And this can just go straight to the box. There's a light pole in the way, which I will move. Let's do that like that. Take that light pole out and relocate it to there. And then finish this section of belt to bring that around. Yeah, I've got a big space here, but it can get used up very quickly if I don't do this right. Let's repair this. I'm going to need one by one, I think, just to get this elevated. Although it doesn't need to be elevated, but I think I'd rather have it come over the top of this one. It's not a high volume thing. So we'll take that out. We'll give this a straight piece over there. Yep, and then we can bend it like that. And then I'm going to have to elevate. Do I have any 1x1s left? I do. So we're going to need to put this in there and there. We can put the polisher back up. There we go. And then immediately remove these supports, because who needs supports? And then a straight line through here, all the way to the bin. And that can drop off right there. Yep, that looks good. So now we have to figure out how we're going to do this. I could have more of these roller splitters and do 4 of them in a row. Just switch them around and rotate. And then have one doing each. But then I have to figure out how to get them out, which actually shouldn't be terribly difficult. I just feel like that's not the right thing to do. Maybe I've got that splitter in the wrong place. Maybe something like this might help. Yeah. If I can get this to offload, yeah, the splitter. Okay, so let's get some more of those splitters. So that's the roller sorter, I mean. I'll get 4 of them, and then we're probably going to use a couple more pipe rollers. So I'll get 1 more for now. Let's see if my theory works. See, I don't know how big those threading lathes are. So if we get a splitter like that, get another one over here, another one over here, another one over here. How do I turn them into the machines though? I think maybe, oh, hang on. I think maybe if this goes in and this one comes out and does that, that may actually work. And then the outputs will be like this. And that leaves this much space for the other lathe machines. Man, that is a lot of space it takes up with that input being on the side. So like that. And then this one would be the ramp up. And then this one would be pointing in. And then I'd have to just separate them out. So this will be one of each rod. Oh, wait, hold on. This will be one of each plate. And these will be 1 plate per. So like iron, copper, gold, and steel. And then we'd need a line to come through this way to feed all of these guys out. And another bend. Man, that's not leaving a lot of space over here. Yeah, I may need to rearrange this once I figure out the other machines. Yeah, we got time before we get there. The thing is, you can't do multiple of these in one machine because then you just get scrap pipes. You have to do them 1 machine each because they take 2 plates. And if you mix 2 plates, it doesn't work. All right, back to the shop. So 2 more pipe rollers. Man, that's a lot of money. And we'll get another one of these bends. And let's see if we can finish that setup. We'll start with the bend. Gonna need to rotate. Can I go 1 more over? Oh no, not really. Well, actually I could because this is not going to be used anymore. So let's take this all out. Got all these supports have arrived. And yes, we don't want to have to bend again. So that is correct. That can go to there. And I'm out of the little ramp things. It's fine, I'll go and get some more in a moment. Rotate that and that. That will feed in. That will feed in. And then I just need more of these little pieces. And that will sort out all of the copper pipes. And it'll also let the rods flow through and go into the bin. And this took up a lot more space than I was expecting. Alright, let's finish this off. I'll just grab 10 ledges. Chances are I'm going to use them anyway. And we'll go and install them. And then I think we can switch everything, well, almost everything back on again. Well, yeah, no, we can switch everything back on again. So, this guy in there, 1 there, and 1 there, and that is it. It is set up. Let's turn everything on and let it spin up and see what happens. Okay, the first iron stuff is coming through. And I've just realized that I didn't put the flow-throughs over here. So we need to put those in. And this last one actually doesn't need to be here. So let's get rid of that. We'll put that in there. Remove this one because this will be what is left. Oh, and that definitely should not be right there. Good. Oh, let's pick up plates. I'm losing plates. I want the copper one mostly. Okay, so that's 1. Oh, come here. Copper 1. Come. Copper in there. Come on. There we go. And is there another copper one yet? No. I want the first one I do to be copper. So that will be copper right there. And I'll grab the steel plate quickly and see if I can get this in here neatly. Wow, not so flippin' easy. There. And just when you think you've got it, then it does a little shimmy. There we go. I think that's in. And then we can see if this works. There's the first one. It goes through. It starts. Right, gold right now, I don't know, that's just going to go to the end. Actually, where are you going, gold? It went away. Huh, it went through. Right, I want gold in the second one, I think. We'll drop that in there. Steel, I want you in the last one. Oh, that's right, we don't actually need one. Where's the iron plate? Oh, I see where the iron plate is. I forgot something. So let's grab all of these. Bit of a problem over here. Put that in. That should fix that. And I want an iron plate in over here. And I'll grab another iron plate over here and see if I can get that into the basket. Come on. Come on. Stop moving around so much. Oh man, it's so close. No, not there. No. Oh gosh. And nope. My word, this is not so very flippin' easy. Now, I don't know if that's officially in or not. Oh, let's see if I can grab this corner and drop it in there. I hope that's in. We'll soon find out. I'm not even sure that this one is properly in. There, that is in. Okay, so iron plates, where are you? There's one. Are you going to turn off? Yes, you are. Okay, good. We are making all the pipes. I didn't actually check if there was anything else I needed plates for. Not at the moment. Yep, so far so good. Nothing in the way of these. These are all outputting. It does seem that way. And this needs to go... Oh wow, this needs to just go into the bin. Hey, this is working. These are working. I might replace these with rollers at some point. But yeah, these 90-degree bends don't work out so well. This is fine. The gears are quite happy on these regular belts. But there's one thing that I forgot. And that is to polish these pipes. So can I whip out a couple of pieces over here and put this in? Will it work? It looks like it. Yeah, it works. Good. Yeah, we're looking good. Money's going up again. All of these are coming through. No issues with them. Not getting a lot of gems through. But yeah, that's pretty normal. Oh, I saw a little mishap. A couple of them. Huh. These are supposed to be good. Maybe it was from all that stuff that I sent through earlier. Yeah, let's dump it and see what happens. Yeah, I think if it gets overloaded, it becomes a problem. But like this, it's fine. Anything falling off the belts over here? Not a thing. All good. Alright, I've been watching this for a moment and everything seems like it's working as intended. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a setup that works. It might take up a lot of space, but it does work. Now, if I have a problem with the threaded rods, I think it only takes one threaded rod. So maybe I don't need 4 of those machines. Maybe I could get away with 2, but then they are slow, so maybe I do need more. So yeah, it'll be something that we work out when we get there. We're not far away from unlocking the threaded lathe now, so we'll get an idea what that's all about. So I think I'm going to leave this one here. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Have I missed something? Is everything looking okay? It's much better organized than my previous playthrough. I could still do something with the feeder conveyors, but I will be expanding things and I'll neaten that all up. A lot of them are going to change. A lot of them aren't walled at the moment and they will need to be walled because we're going to get much bigger quantities coming through on that side. And in the next episode, we'll check out the threading lathe and we'll also have a look at the clusters. Those mining clusters. We'll get that unlocked. And if all goes well, hey, maybe we can get the double ingot things. That'll be interesting. I don't think I have space to work with them though. Don't know. We'll check them out when that happens. But thank you so much for joining me and until the next time. Cheers.